something I recommend doing is going with your hand here around your eye and feel your bones, your skull. The reason why I'm saying this is because it seems to me like many people just don't realize that there's bones under the skin and that there's a skull here. And this is something important. Of course, people don't realize many things. They just go along with whatever they are told. We know this. But this is another one of those things that would be good to realize. It should make people understand that they're human. Many times when I look at people, that's all I see. I just see this walking corpse. I've already talked about this. People who are dead inside. What I want to talk about is first thing, something to do with the New Age teachings. A lot of times you hear such things as unlimited consciousness or that God is in you or within you, or the best one, which a lot of people talk about who have been meditating for a long time. And by meditating I always mean the meditation which is being taught to people for a reason. I've talked about this. I hope that everybody understood that I'm not against meditation by definition, because we all, or almost all of us, meditate in some way or another, but that's not what I mean. And many of them have said that they have felt this unconditional love. And when you read about it, it becomes clear that this is, let's just say, a trap. It's pretty much the best sign that you have gone down the wrong path, because it's a fake feeling, and pretty much all of the people that I see that talk about this are acting, because it's more or less repressing your actual emotions. It may be hard to explain it right now, but basically that's how it is. All of them feel hate. It's not even worth listening to them, as far as I'm concerned, but that's up to each individual. That's how it is having long hair. The Illuminati don't know everything. They may want you to believe that they do. It's understandable why. But they know a lot more than most people do, obviously, but you cannot know things that you cannot know, and there's just no exceptions for anybody. Obvious things which I shouldn't even have to mention. And just to explain something about money, because somebody commented on one of my videos, and I already responded to it, as to why I believe that the Illuminati are behind it all. Although I already explained in my second video what I mean by the word Illuminati, and I'm not going to explain it again. I try not to repeat myself. If people don't want to watch all of my videos and are being ignorant on purpose, then that's their thing. It's a ruse that they care about money for two reasons. Firstly, if you believe that they care about money and that the so-called banksters, banker plus gangster, are behind it, then you automatically start worshipping money too, although it is only paper and there is no end. It's the power we give it to. If we didn't give it any meaning, then there would be no meaning to it. By nature, money doesn't exist. It is what it is. It's a copy of a copy. It's copied paper. It's nothing. And the second reason is that you would go after the wrong people, obviously. If, let's say, or some kind of chaos broke out, people would go after the banks and whoever they think are responsible because of all of these false documentaries. That's why I want you to believe that it's all about money and about the banks and the Federal Reserve and so on. ClusterVision had made a really good video about spiritual food, and he gave a good example. However, I'm not going to be able to tell it exactly how he did because I don't remember what exactly he said, but I'm going to give a shorter version of mine. Let's say you and somebody you know are making a pizza, and you're allergic to pizza, but he or she doesn't know it. So he says, after he finds out that you're allergic, why not put a little bit of cheese on the pizza? It can't do that much harm, although you know that it can. Let me tell you something that happened a few months ago. I was listening to some top 100 chart music because I hadn't listened to it in years, and I wanted to know what's going on now, how it sounds now. I was just curious. So when I started listening to it, I felt like I was being possessed. And this is the thing, people who still consume this stuff, it's like you're allergic to it. This is why I gave the example, but the thing here is that in my example it was just this one guy who has the allergy. I know that there's many people who have in real life, but my point is that everybody is affected by this spiritual poison. So you only want to consume the good spiritual food, and if you watch Hollywood films and such, you'll get poisoned, and it does not matter if it's a little bit of it, it will still do harm. One thing I thought about is, why do films or music that has let's say symbolism, all kinds of stuff that may look bad to put simply, on the outside, why does it not do any harm? Or at least why do we not feel that it does? The reason is most likely because, as people say, there's nothing behind it. It's empty symbolism, because many bands just like to use symbolism, occultic stuff, because it looks interesting. They may feel like they're cool for using it. Whereas the stuff that is produced higher up, there's actually something behind it. It's in the frequency of the music itself. So this is the difference. And the last thing is about having contact with brainwashed people. Although I've mentioned it in short, I want to get in on it a little bit. I consider the people in my chat IRC to be brainwashed, but they know it, and actually one of them didn't know, which is why I always say it's best to say the obvious. There's many things that I also consider to be obvious, but it turns out it's not like that. But the thing here is that if you spend actual time in real life on a daily basis with brainwashed people, it's obvious that you're going to become like them, because that's just how people are. They adapt to everything. I've been doing it for ages, and when I talk to people in real life, and I do feel somewhat in some way guilty about it, I actually only use them in the end, because the reason I talk to people is to study them, and they don't know that I do this. But that's not the only reason. It's just the main reason. I can't do much about it because I don't see anything much in people, and 90% of the time I do not care what they're talking about, because I just have so different interests. Somebody I talked to on Skype in Australia called Steven, he said he does the same thing. Comment if you can relate to what I'm saying about studying people rather than actually being interested in them and so on. I myself have never had a friend, because to me a friend is just like family. It's somebody you love. It's somebody you know for a long time, although it's not necessarily to know somebody for a long time to love them. It depends on how much they act. Once again, the less they act, the less time it takes to getting to know them. And if somebody's real, you can love them much easier, much faster. It's obvious. Although I did consider one of the people when I was young to be my best friend, and it seems to me this is just another one of those. I was actually almost finished, but my battery died. All I want to say is that this is just another one of those cases where the word loses its meaning, just how it is the music genres, as I explained in my video music. As far as I'm concerned, the word best friend is what the word friend means nowadays. That's all I want to say.